Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Tiny Brains podcast. I'm Kevin Joyce, CEO at Tiny Brains, and with me is Peter Graham, the Brigadier of Brains.
Good afternoon, all.
So, what we do on this podcast is we take a look at the biggest stories in XR from the previous week, and last week was a pretty big week. We had Meta Connect, so frankly, in this podcast, I think we're going to be skipping through a lot of stuff pretty quickly because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, they did talk about a lot of stuff. Not a lot of VR, but they did have a lot of stuff to talk about, didn't they? And let's start off with probably one of the biggest hardware announcements, or if not the biggest hardware announcement of the show, which was the Meta Ray-Ban display. We've been talking about this for a while under its various code names, and this is their smart glasses with a full color display on them, and crucially, the neural, or as they're now calling it, the Meta Neural Band, which is the wristbands where you can control it all. No hand tracking. It's all done via the wristband, and yeah, kind of looks cool.
Yeah. Now, this, I must say, I've tried a lot of AR and smart glasses over the years. Many, many, many. And this for me is the first one that Meta have done, which I'm actually excited for. Now I know it's first gen and there's going to be some issues, and these issues have already been widely reported. But still, personally for me, this is going to be my jumping in point, not for my professional life, but for my personal life.
Yeah, and like you say, yes, reports have come from the event that while the glasses themselves have got their flaws, the actual neural band itself is a delight to use and it's fantastic, which is great to hear.
Which is exactly what I was hoping.
Yeah.
So, yep,
So,
well done, Meta. This is the one you get me with.
well, not just yet because it's only going to be available in the US to start off with, unless you fly over there, Kev. And it's going to be available from the 30th of September at very select US retailers. They haven't said who, they've just said select US retailers. So fly over there on the 1st of October and pick yourself up a set.
And do we have a price?
We do, $800.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah,
So,
for your fancy sunglasses. Well, they're not
yeah.
even sunglasses, are they? Well, yeah.
Well, I have not bought a pair of sunglasses slash glasses in maybe a decade. So maybe this is the first pair I will buy.
Well, maybe. Or if you do want sunglasses, then maybe you go for the new Oakley Meta of Vanguard sunglasses, which are a new. That they are essentially like a cycling sports variation on Meta's smart glasses. They have a central camera designed by Oakley, so they have like the all the neon like lenses and everything else. Come in full colors and they look very sporty. Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to be though, but I assume they're going to be around the same price as their other smart glasses, around sort of 400 odd dollars.
Yeah, now I saw this, and I think it's cool, widening that Ray-Ban spectrum. Um, for different demographics. Now, this is something that Meta said at Connect, was it last year or the year before, saying that there will be new devices coming that are gonna be concentrating on specific niches. And so we have Ray-Ban, which is like the casual, everyday kind of thing, and then we have Oakley, which is designed for more sporty and active wear. And what was the other partnership? There's a fashion brand as well that's coming, right?
They had mentioned about Prada.
Yeah, that's it. So we are getting diverse products for different niches, all using the same OS and the same similar functionality. So it's good. Let's branch out. I personally can't see myself buying a Prada or Oakley pair of sunglasses.
I can see a
Not
set of
quite my
Prada on you. Yeah.
style. Um, but yeah, the Ray-Ban display, that's coming more towards me.
Or how
So
about the new? What about the new Gen 2 Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses? These ones are basically just an upgrade, as they say. It's Gen 2, isn't it? You're getting better battery life and you're getting a better camera, 3K camera. And these are essentially the features that they added to the new Meta Oakley glasses, which were announced and released during the summer. And now you've got an upgrade to the Ray-Ban ones with all your Wayfarer designs and all the rest of it.
So yeah, that is the what is arguably or suggested to be the top performing Meta XR product right now, getting a significant upgrade.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they're coming in at 380 or above, depending on the design and lenses that you get. So the new Gen 2 will be 380, Or if you want to save yourself a bit of money, get the Gen 1 and they're $300. There you
I mean, if you're spending that much, the extra $8, for me
go.
personally, that's the investment to make.
Yeah, yeah.
Although display, that's the investment to make. I'm gonna hammer this one home.
Or double your price and get the display. Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. If you're going for it, go for it.
Early adopters.
Um, so moving on from AR to VR, this one's big for me. I don't know about you. But the Horizon engine. So from the reports that I have read, the situation is that Unity wasn't really built for task for what Meta want to do with Horizon. So ultimately, what they've gone and done is ripped all of Unity out and replaced it with their own engine. That's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal indeed, yes. Called Horizon Engine, imaginative there. Yes, essentially, Meta have said that it's going to enable them to load worlds 4 times faster and have more people in each world, in each iteration. They're going to be able to have support up to 100 plus users in each world, which is significant for a social metaverse. I don't know many other details other than those two stats to begin with. Unless Kev, you've
So honestly, for all those people that have said, "Oh, Meta's backing away from VR and whatever else," think about this. Meta have just spent probably tens of millions of dollars building their own engine for VR. So while they might not be going down the path that you want them to go down, they're definitely not backing away from VR anytime soon.
No, exactly that. And while we didn't get any VR hardware announcements, we did get another cool app, and this one caught everyone's attention, which was Horizon Hyperscape. Now, to be fair, it, we did know this has been roughly available. We've known about it for a year, in some form, but it actually got an official release or a beta release during Connect, and this is about photorealistic environments that originally Meta released a few of these environments for people to have a look at. Now, well, select users will be able to scan their environment and be able to make it themselves and have a photorealistic environment of, their bedroom, their office, wherever they like.
Now, to me, right, this feels incredible. This is a step towards a metaverse, okay? A real metaverse. So think about this, right? You're using this hyperscape to scan your living room as it is today, okay? And then in a week's time, you can come back and experience in full 3D what your living room was like a week ago, okay? But at the moment, it's just still content, right? It's just a room. But this is laying the groundwork for then having real revisitable video content, okay? So imagine how this grows in a few years from now. Maybe you could go to like a wedding and scan a section of a wedding and then revisit your own wedding, you know? Maybe a graduation ceremony or even just a party. You know, we flip burgers on the barbecue, middle of winter, go and revisit that fun time we had. And that this is the possibilities that's leading to for me. At the moment, it's just a space, but in time, it will be moments of time that you can revisit. And there's so many sci-fi films that do this. The guy that lost his family to get some gangsters or something and is sitting in his room crying by himself with his VR headset on, revisiting those moments. It's coming. We can all be that guy.
These are those initial steps, as we say. There's been a lot of these initial steps over the course of the last 12 months or so, and this is another one. And like you say, yes, essentially could be a just like taking a photo, taking a snapshot of your life and revisiting it years later. At the moment, there are a few little caveats. It does take a little while for all the processing to happen and everything. It can, depending on the size of your room, it can take 5 to 10 minutes to scan your room. You need to upload it to Meta, and then they do all the
Yes.
magic, and it can take up to like 4 hours or so. But the process is there, and it's great stuff. You won't be able to. Not everyone's going to be able to access it just yet. You're going to need to have access to version 81 of the OS, and which is rolling out across the US at the moment. And us poor people in the UK won't be able to access Hyperscape just at this moment. They're still rolling it out, but hopefully soon we'll be able to scan it. Maybe for Christmas, might be able to scan my Christmas dinner.
you can get your update downloaded when you go to the US on the 1st of October to buy me some Ray-Ban displays. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, two birds, one stone. Yes,
Take your
brilliant.
Quest with you, you'll be good. Right, we are running out of time, so we're going to whistle stop through the next bits. Meta also announced that Discord is coming to Quest, which is, I mean, there'll be people that love it for that younger teenage audience and so on. But for me personally, it's not an app I'm going to use on my headset anytime soon. Um, then we also have the appearance of a certain Mr. Cameron, and this is something that you can go and play with right now.
Yeah, Avatar: Fire and Ash. There's a limited time 3D teaser trailer available on Quest.
Have you
But
watched it yet, Pete?
huh?
Have you watched it yet?
I have not watched it yet. No.
No, neither have I. I do enjoy the Avatar films, the two of them. I don't think they're Cameron's best, but I might give this trailer a look, see what happens.
Quick sneaky look. Yeah.
And to wrap up our hardware news, Samsung is still doing stuff. A different company. Wow, we got finally got someone else in this podcast.
Yeah, well, the rumors around Project Moohan have been going on for months since the official reveal at the beginning of the year. Latest rumor is that Samsung are going to make an official announcement on the 21st of October. We're going to get a name, we're going to get a launch date, we're going to get a price, and all the rest of it. The well, how take a pinch of salt with all of these at the moment. We're supposing it was going to be at the end of September with an Unpacked event. Now, reportedly, it's going to be the end of October. We'll wait and see. It's going to be this year. Samsung have promised.
Okay, fair enough. Um, Wrapping up with a bit of gaming news that we always do. Um, Triangular Pixels have announced the launch date of the early access version of Unseen Diplomacy 2. Now, in my mind, Unseen Diplomacy, the original one, was probably Triangular Pixels' biggest success in VR. And reportedly, the game is actually finished. And so the early access period is going to be quite short, so that the team basically just want to refine it and polish it and maybe decide on some more content that can come for the 1.0 launch. It's a nice way of doing early access in my mind. And yeah, I wish them great success with Unseen Diplomacy 2.
Yeah, coming out this week on the 25th. Pick it up.
So that's all we had time for this week. A bit of a rush job there because there was so much. But thank you all for watching. I will be at Tokyo Game Show this week. So if you are going to be at the show, feel free to reach out and let's go and buy a coffee or some sushi and have a bit of a chat about anything XR. Thank you all. We'll see you again next week.